What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the left side of the map in the red color, playing as Odin. His name is Suppe. His opponent today in the blue color playing as Thor. His name is Matreiuss. Yes, it's a Thor war. No, a Norse war, I should say, ladies and gentlemen. And the big reason I wanted to watch this game, beyond the fact that it's Suppe versus Matreiuss, is to give AOL Iron Maiden a huge shout out. Remind everyone to be checking out the potential games that are going to be coming your way in the coming month. There is the Valhalla Norse War Tournament being hosted by AOL Iron Maiden. So going to be effectively 100% guarantee that a Norse god will win a tournament. Think about that as you will, but I'm not sure I'm not sure when the last time a Norse main, someone who only plays Norse, won a tournament. Now, that being said, there hasn't really been a bit of idle time here for Matreiuss, not sure he's aware, but there hasn't really been in recent memories a mono god player actually winning a tournament of late. They've always been kind of either, how do you say, either like Zeus Uranus Ra or kind of style. They play all like three different gods, or they get the Norse in there. Like you might see Rappel or someone like Shelty getting really deep in a tournament, winning a tournament, utilizing some Norse, but also utilizing like Atlantean as well as the Egyptians and everything. So I'm excited to see this tournament and just see who the best Norse player is in the Norse War. Now, Norse Wars are infamously known for their speed and for how fast they will finish. The Norse gods, including Odin and Thor, can advance as fast as, I want to say, as we are seeing that temple coming up in the front, they can advance as fast as 3 minutes and 30 seconds with hunting dogs, giving the right maps, giving themselves a very, very solid leg up on say, Loki here. So, in all honesty, even though way back when Loki was a strong pick in the Norse War, since the optimization of build orders and the fact that Loki simply can't compete because he doesn't have that bonus 20% food income, Loki, and also no great hunt as well, is a big problem. But Loki definitely in the struggle town here, as we are seeing Suppe is going to be advancing relatively soon here. I'm sure he does need to get himself an extra ox cart, so we'll see what he's going to do with that. There is a world where you can take the villagers off of food and drop them over onto the wood, chop all your wood, then come back onto the food and be fine, as we are now seeing Matreiuss moving forward onto this location. Matreiuss very far from the next age here, though. He is not going for a fast advance in this game at all. He did drop his Dwarven Gold Mine, which may or may not be a necessity in the Norse War, depending on how you want to play. But on a map like this, where your hunt is always going to be forward, you can't really allow yourself to be pushed off of hunt like that, as we do see the ox cart coming out. Leaving that 300 gold over here is a bit of an interesting decision there. It does slow the advance time down by 7-8 seconds here, as Matreiuss is going to be advancing through 4 city. But it keeps your Dwarven Gold Mine alive. This one's got 300 gold in it. These dwarves would not mine 300 gold in that time. You could get the ox cart out a little bit later in the classical age and be fine here if you wanted to, but Matreiuss just wants to hold that gold for later, it would seem. And we see Suppe. No real surprises here. He loves the Heimdall in the Norse War, though. I do think that Freya, the Freya can be really good here as well to really slow your opponent down, especially if they're advancing fast. Forest firing this immediately, making these villagers have to move all the way over here, or all the way over here, or all the way over here, and effectively opening up this gold mine as well. Not a bad idea, but we'll see if this Heimdall is going to work for Suppe. One of the big things you can do with Undermine is actually deny an immediate, deny a longhouse. So if Matreiuss tries to chuck his longhouse down, you can use Undermine while it's being built and prevent it from being completed. As we do see the units coming in here, the villagers turning around. There's the classical age through for Matreiuss as his units have to retreat back. If we take a quick look at Suppe here, he's almost got his longhouse up. 4 minutes, 48 seconds into this game. The troll coming in for Matreiuss, getting a little bit out of position with that one there, as Suppe is trying to get in and take these villagers down, but Matreiuss is doing a nice job, just going to be shanking ever so slightly here to give himself just that little bit of an advantage in these fights. We see the Iron coming in to help out ever so slightly, boosting that damage up for the Skraeling for the Hersa, but the Hersa simply just going to retreat back into their base. We haven't seen that Suppe has found where the longhouses are going up. He didn't utilize his ravens to the best of his ability here, I would say, in order to get that early annoying Undermine down. And we are going to be seeing Suppe retreating back up here for the time being. Going to start making himself some raiding cavalry, stopping on the production of the Hersa, and his main base is getting himself that ox cart. You can see he chopped down those straggler trees first, and he's going to be pushing into the base of Matreiuss. But Matreiuss, he should be okay here. He's got himself the healing spring. He's got himself a handful of Hersa here to deal with that Iron over here, as his ox cart is getting attacked down here, as Suppe should definitely prevent that from getting back into the base. As we see Suppe coming in now, he will be taking that one down ever so slightly, and Matreiuss should now be basically eating himself herdables for the time being. No husbandry here for Matreiuss just yet, as he needs to be pumping as many units out as he possibly can. He is getting himself a handful of these throwing axemen. We'll see how those are going to be going as a second longhouse comes down for Suppe, as the units are now going to push in, try and take down this temple here. You can see that this is 6 minutes, 15 seconds into the game. I probably shouldn't pause, but I want to pause and just talk about this. 6 minutes into the game is a roughly 60 population is where you should be sitting. Matreiuss at 55. Suppe is at just below 60. So both of these guys playing this low. I mean, Suppe's actually lost a handful of units, so I'm talking not losing any units. So Suppe is way past, or at the very least has hit his 60 population mark, whereas you can see Matreiuss has got a handful of units in the bank, or resources in the bank. He's going to be getting some upgrades elsewhere, and he's a little bit behind on the population, so he needs to wait just a little bit before he decides to push out, but he is going to be going for it right away. Going to be able to snipe a throwing axe, and then nice micro from Matreiuss, gets one pick, pulls back, gets some nice return fire there. We do see double Iron here out now for Suppe, so things are going to start getting a little bit crazy for Matreiuss here. If those Iron get out in any numbers that are difficult to deal with, you're going to have a very, very tough time here. So we'll see what Suppe wants to try and do now. He's got the food advantage moving forward, so really he should be making himself raiding cavalry and making himself Ulfsark of some variety. He's about to finish up on these giraffe. The reason for raiding cavalry Ulfsark instead of the throwing axeman coming out is that Matreiuss is going to be going for throwing axemen himself. Your Ulfsark will be able to defeat those Hersa, and the raiding cavalry will be able to defeat the throwing axemen. And you should be okay here to continue doing that. But Matreiuss does get a snipe there on that house, as Suppe's a little bit too far back. He's taking his time here, just trying to work out where to go next. There is a wall coming up over here from Matreiuss. You can use the Undermine to take that one out. As Suppe finishing up with his herdables. There are a handful of herdables in the base of Suppe as well, as now we see the units coming back in with the raiding cavalry a little bit out of position. They're going to be searching for something to do, as we see the longhouse getting taken down, the army swinging around the back, and now this is going to be huge for Suppe, but he doesn't get any sort of serious surround over here. His units sitting in the back, not catching up. Those Iron not helping out in this fight, as Matreiuss is getting a lot of really, really strong return fire, though one troll almost down, does fall. The rest of the army pulling back into the base, and Matreiuss has to sit back here for a little bit longer and work out what he wants to do. Do we see any attempt at watchtowers? No, we do not. Matreiuss also doesn't have that many villagers on gold here. He's trying to make more trolls. He's got 10 villagers on the favor, auto-killing trolls from the temple here. Going to be a really, really important way to deal with those Iron is those trolls. Little known fact, well, every single myth unit has 200-ish% bonus damage against myth units. And it varies from 100% to 200%, maybe even more, but that will allow those trolls to take out those Iron. The Iron does have 60% pierce armor, so it should be able to get a decent amount of damage done with those rocks. As Soup still trying to push in. He does want to kill off this tower. That's actually a really big kill on this location. If we take a quick look while Soup is still trying to push in into Matreiuss' perspective, Matreiuss can no longer see around here. So now Soup can move in and around on this location and be completely sneaky-like to get in and try and hit here, for example, if this ever opens up. If he wants to break through this location with an undermine and get in here and attack these villages is a very real thing that he could do, as well as the Raven could be moving through 4. Soup just checking out that gold mine. Going to see 1,000 gold remaining. On the other hand, Soup here, if we take a look at his gold mine, he's at 278. So not a whole lot of gold left, but he is just about to hit full population. So he might want to consider stopping units or starting fighting. That's effectively what you need to do in these situations. Is if you get close to full population, either fight, lose units, trade units efficiently, or stop production, make sure you can continue getting more civilian units out. As the Skraeling pushes through here, and Soup's still trying to break through this gate. He doesn't know that this wood is being gathered over here, so he will want to fight that and try and break that wall down. Obviously not happening just yet. Now Soup's natural progression here is actually just to go to the next age here. He should be throwing an armory down. He's just about to finish up on this hunt. He can move forward and grab his opponent's hunt here and here, and he's going to have plenty of resources to move forward, but he probably should be taking villages off of wood here, going on to food, trying to get to the next stage. A big frost in these situations is near impossible to defend, as Soup's still trying to push in. But look at this choke point that Matreiuss has created for himself. He's actually going to be able to finish off that iron here there. Nice play as the units retreating back for Soup, and Matreiuss is going to be thinking, maybe I can push out here, and he may be just right here as Soup now retreating his army. He may, this it looks like he's going for a town center. This, in my opinion, is a big mistake. Go to the heroic age. Frost is going to be huge. You need that army in your army. Literally, you need those reinforcements in your army. These raiding cavalry are going to be coming through here as Matreiuss' army has got every single unit of population here. His 3 trolls are going to town on the enemy units here. He snipes down the Iron there. The Iron does get the special off here, and Soup is drastically dropping in population. Matreiuss still alive and well here. He's getting himself 3 hammer trolls thus far. He's got the upgrade for the trolls as Soup has to retreat back here. We'll see how things are going to eventuate now, as we are seeing Soup doing a sneaky onto these Gazelle, going to attempt to grab them for himself. Now, does Matreiuss know about that? He does know that there are Gazelle there, but he doesn't know these 2 are here, so he may miss Soup grabbing those for the time being, depending on which of these Gazelle he does decide to kill first, as Soup's going to be looking for a raid yet again. Let's look at this tree here. This tree getting chopped down is going to be a nightmare. So in about 50 seconds, this tree is going to be finished, and then you're going to see a raid potential here from Soup in onto this location. We'll see if he's aware of that. I think that Soup's Raven did fall, so he's not really going to be aware that he can get in here just yet, as Soup's military buildings are all falling here. More longhouses coming up. I imagine that Matreiuss is smartly here going to be thinking, can I get to the next stage? He's got himself 21 farms already, though they are poorly placed due to the gold mine being here, the healing spring being here. We do see the armory coming up as Soup is attempting to deny that one. In order to deny that, he does lose a raiding cavalry or 2 to the town center there as the army pushing through, but that's so many trolls here. You can't realistically push in onto this location with that many trolls. Matreiuss micros back the hammer troll as well. There's only 1 Hursar here in this position, and Soup has to pull back into his base right now. We'll see how things are going to eventuate here as Soup retreats back as best as he possibly can, but he is losing so many units, and then the longhouses in the middle of the map are going to get taken down. Thankfully, Soup has built houses in his main base here. He's going to be going for a gold block moving forward, as the village is going to finish up this gold mine. They've got an option to go over here, or over here. Lots of time here for Matreiuss to get that, though, and get upgrades. And the thing is, if Soup actually expects to be able to get a gold block, how is he going to deal with this army of trolls here without any Hursar? As this Hursar over here gets taken down, the rest of these trolls, not only do they do peak damage, but they also heal themselves in these fights. That's another little known fact, that these hammer trolls are incredibly strong because of that fact. If you don't have heroes, now we are going to be seeing this troll getting taken down very fast, but it looks like the Hursar may go down as well. So still 3 trolls remaining as Soup continuing to try and push through here. He's got 2 Ursa about to pop out. That's going to be a big help against these Hammer Trolls, as there's not that many units remaining, as basically if he can get enough Ursa out, the Trolls will fall, and then the game is back to somewhat equal standing here. Soup's at 74 population, Matreiuss is at 70 population, but Matreiuss is going Skadi, ladies and gentlemen. Skadi means Frost Giant, Skadi means Frost, Skadi means Speedy Farms. Look at the food in the bank for Matreiuss. He can get himself Winter Harvest immediately here as well. He is still building Trolls, which he should definitely consider stopping here. But I imagine Soup is not going to take his foot off the pedal moving forward. He's got plenty of wood here to spam farms out as well, as the army is starting to march forward onto this position. But there are a handful of units already in here for Matreiuss. He's not 100% going to want to cast his Frost straight away, rather sit here and defend, get his units out as best as he can. Matreiuss has a lot of food. I am interested to see if he goes straight for the Winter Harvest. It's such a bonkers upgrade to get at this point, but maybe he doesn't care so much about that, as his Frost Giant going to come in, snipe down one of those raiding cavalry there immediately, as the Ursa trying to push through here, trying to get some big damage here, as Matreiuss's kind of 1,200 food, or resources, not food, 1,200 food, not down the drain, but he spent that on advancing to the next age, so he's trying to force Matreiuss into a bad position here, and he has managed to do that. Matreiuss has to cast the Frost here. He's trying to get himself out some throwing action. He's not producing from every one of his military buildings just yet. Could be making some Frost Giants here, could be making everything. He's getting some walls set up on this position to retreat, to prevent the retreat here from Soup. We'll see how things are going to go as the villagers do finish up on that food there. I'm going to decide to start mining this gold mine over here, as Soup's got so much gold in the bank, and he's going to start spamming out Einherjar moving forward. There is 100% a world where Heimdall Classical Age Norse can beat Skadi Norse. There is a world where it is possible. Those Einherjar are so absurdly strong here. Soup is at full population, though, at this point, though, as he's trying to push in. Those Ursa need to get over here and start taking down that Frost Giant over there. There is one that is on that position. As more raiding cavalry are going to come in and attempt to finish off the throwing axemen that are here. The Trolls in the back doing some nice damage, though, to the medium raiders. We do get some Ursa, finally managing to get over onto the Hammer Trolls, as the throwing axemen getting some insane damage done there, cleaning up that Ursa, keeping the Hammer Trolls alive, and Soup has to retreat back. He does not yet have all of his Einherjar out. He basically needs them in order to destroy everything else. They also get, well, they only get 100% bonus damage against myth units, but still that's going to be looking like 30 damage there, whereas the Frost Giant's doing roughly the same, up to like 36 damage a second. So it's very close with those Einherjar versus the Frost Giant. The difference obviously is that the Frost Giant can freeze the enemy unit, but that's neither here nor there, as Soup is going to continue to try and push through here. I imagine Matreiuss, it looks like he's going for a second town center. I think that's probably a slight mistake. Probably just throw a market down, get yourself that upgrade we were talking about before, Winter Harvest. Instead of getting this town center, get yourself irrigation, and you're going to be able to get to the mythic age, really fast, and just Ragnarok your opponent, completely win the game here. No problems. We'll see if that's going to work, as we do see some Olfsark have spotted the Soup units way out of position here. As the town center is now going to be going up. That's a lot of dead villagers there for Soup, but that funnily enough, will open up his population to spam just a little bit more here, as both players sitting very high on that population. We see the Frost Giant getting taken down, the units trying to push through here as best as they possibly can. The Trolls on the back falling. We see some more Frost Giants coming in. Both Trolls about to fall there. There is one myth unit left for Matreiuss, as he's desperately trying to hold into this position. We've got 100 population for Soup to Matreiuss's 97 population, still incredibly close in on this position. You see the farms all set up for Soup as well, but he is going to be falling further and further behind on economy in this game if Matreiuss if Soup continues the way he's going. Currently, the score lead has to essentially just be all in economy, as Matreiuss pulls back He's seeing his dwarves on this location getting targeted down. We see the Frost Giant coming over here. Nice play there from Matreiuss to pick that one out, as both of those Einherjar are getting taken down. You need to make your Einherjar work together. Sending them off to die one by one is never going to work, but maybe, just maybe this Frost Giant could get taken down, as the dwarves are going to start feeling a little bit of pain here as well, but that's just going to invoke Matreiuss to get in here and continue the fight as he pushes forward. His Frost Giants joining up on the fight here, as well as the Einherjar giving those bonus attack boosts as the game continues. Matreiuss retreats away. He's only got the one throwing axeman on this town center, but it is going up ever so fast here. Suppe needs to either get to the next age, get himself another town center in order to deal with the fact now that Matreiuss is going to have an extra 15 population to play with, as Suppe retreats back over here, still taking losses as he retreats. Going to lose that other Einherjar there as well to the Ulfsark. He lets it live for just for a hot minute there, as Matreiuss pulls back, finishing off the remainder of these units. His dwarves over here going to clean up the medium raiders, and the Einherjar over here finish up with mining this gold mine up, as the second town center is now up for Matreiuss. Matreiuss is well and truly on his way in this game. Suppe, on the other hand, he's got plenty of villagers on the farms here. Look at these farms. There's so many inefficient farms here. It's 100% worth to build an ox cart in those positions, but sometimes it's just hard in the heat of the moment to realize that that's the case. He's got ox carts kind of all over the map, as it were, as we do see the heavy infantry has come through for Matreiuss, grabbing himself the longhouse on this location, going to try and raid this spot here as well. As Matreiuss is now, he's ready to fight. He's also got 100 sacks. Look at those thrown axemen. 6.3 damage per second compared to 4.95. That is a huge amount of damage difference for an identical unit moving forward. But Suppe now finally advancing through Skadi. Plenty of favor in the bank. We'll see how things are going to go. The longhouse up on this location. Matreiuss, does he spot this? Yes, he does. Starting to make Ulfsark out into this location to push off that gold mine there, as Suppe has to retreat back. Suppe's got plenty of resources in the bank to immediately spend, plus has a frost. But Matreiuss is just going to keep pushing and force the defensive frost here, most likely, as the raiding cavalry are going to swing around here and try and hit this gold mine over here, it would seem, as the units still losing so many units as he's retreating away. We see the Einherjar gets wedged in here, gets frozen. 2 dead Einherjar there as well, as over on this position, the Ulfsark does come through for Suppe, but does get taken out, as more Ulfsark going to come through and take out the dwarves on that location. As Suppe, he's got a lot of resource in the bank, so he might be able to hit the mythic age here. He does have a frost that he can use on this location if he needs to, but he is behind on the frost unit or frost giant count here. So it's very, very important to micro these frost giants onto each other here, and find the advantage where that's concerned. As we see exactly that from Matreiuss, as Suppe makes a slight mistake there. And look at this. There's no market just yet, but the food is skyrocketing here. The Ulfsark all get converted on this location over here. We see the raiding cavalry hanging in on this location there, as the Frost Giant is going to get taken out, and Suppe decides it's too far gone. He still has both his god powers left. He didn't find a time to use those, but an incredibly good defense here from Matreiuss. He really showed a beautiful way to counter that Heimdall rush of Suppe here. I think the only way that you're really making Heimdall work is if you get the undermine onto the longhouses that are getting built in the early classical age to delay them even more. Because if you take a look at what this actually does, it does 630 damage to town centers. Doesn't hit buildings not specified previously. Target near enemy buildings. I think I might be thinking that this only works on Vubli unless my tooltip is out of date. I do recall seeing Undermine being able to be used on longhouses at some point, but if I'm wrong about that and you can't use Undermine on longhouses, I don't know what you would use this for apart from if your opponent has to cast research watchtowers here. I think the other thing that's really interesting in this game has to be, look at this military unit loss count here, as the military units here for both players. We see in this location, in this fight, both players were at 32 units. In fact, 33 for Suppe, 31 for Matreiuss. But Suppe had so many idle units not in the fight taking this one, whereas Matreiuss didn't, and that's the whole reason Matreiuss got a big advantage here. I really would have been interested to see how that fight would have eventuated with the Trolls versus Einherjar if Suppe had all his units there to fight from the beginning. Unfortunately, it didn't happen in this game. Matreiuss gets the dub. Matreiuss, the king of Norse. If you want to check out the upcoming Valhalla tournament, I think it's the third one that AOL Iron Maiden is hosting. Definitely go check out his YouTube channel and on the Twitch. Yours truly will be fighting in there. My aim is to finish every series within 10 minutes. That might mean I lose. That might mean I win. You let me know. And I'll see you guys in the next game.